What's up everyone? You're watching Tiny Techniques at Rediscover Center. In this video, we will be looking at tiny techniques for using a hot glue gun. The hot glue gun is a tinkering tool that heats up and melts a stick of glue. When melted, you can apply it to materials to stick them to each other. It requires great care and respect to use the hot glue gun, and when used correctly, it can be used to make some really cool stuff with a wide range of varying materials. Before we go over how to squeeze glue out of a glue gun, let's talk about how to do it safely. The first thing that we know about the hot glue gun is that it's hot. The hottest part of the glue gun is the metal tip, so we need to be really careful and aware of where we point it at all times. The best way to prevent touching the metal tip on accident is by wearing gloves whenever you're using the glue gun. If this feels uncomfortable, wear one glove on the hand that you're not holding the glue gun with, so that when applying the hot glue onto your material, you won't have to worry about getting hurt. You can focus on the more important stuff, like making a cute cardboard best friend. When you're setting up your workstation, you should also establish a home for the glue gun. The home will serve as a safe space for you to put your tool down without worrying about the glue dripping onto and ruining your favorite table or your cutting mat. This home could be a mug or a scrap piece of cardboard. However, the thing about using cardboard as homes is that we tend to stop paying attention to where the hot glue gun is once we put it down. This is especially a big problem when we keep the glue gun home too close to us while we're working, or when the gun itself is pointed in our direction. This puts us at a greater risk of bumping into the hot glue gun and getting burned. Using a container that won't melt, like tin or glass, as a home will work best to keep our station safe and organized. So, if you have an old mug that you don't want to throw away, use that as a home. You will also see that for this video, my glue gun home is pretty close to me for the majority of the time, and this is so that you can see it on the screen while making this video. But you will want to make yours much farther away so that you can have space to work and move your arms around while you're making things. Now, onto the fun part. Take your materials. Squirt glue onto the surface of your material by pulling the trigger on the hot glue gun. Then put the glue gun down on its home. Attach the pieces. An even better technique for attaching materials to each other is, instead of pushing them together with your gloves or your fingers, use a stick or a skewer to push them down. If you're using a material that's too small to hold properly, like a small bead or a tiny piece of fabric, you can use a pair of pliers to hold the materials. In the event that you accidentally get hot glue on your skin, put the glue gun down and take the glue off immediately. By rubbing it off as quickly as possible, you reduce the risk of getting bad burns or blisters from the heat. After rubbing the glue off, tell an adult in your household as soon as possible and hold the affected spot under running water to soothe the pain. Keeping these safety tips in mind, I use these tiny techniques to create this funky monster friend. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. If you liked this video, please share this with your fellow makers and tinkerers. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and visit rediscovercenter.org to learn more about our programs.